This is Media Center Ukraine, Odesa. We continue our work for today, and now we are going to talk about the current security situation in the region. We are having with us Serhii Bratchuk, spokesman for the head of the Odesa Oblast Military Administration. Glory to Ukraine. Thank you for yet another opportunity to tell you about the security and humanitarian situation in the Odesa region as of noon of the 23rd of March 2023. I hope and I'm sure that this year will become for everyone the year of victory and peace. Taking into account the realities of wartime, Odesa Oblast continues to work for victory. The situation in the region is fully under control. All authorities, social institutions, facilities, and enterprises of communal infrastructure and hospitals work as usual. However, there is always the security factor. There is still a high threat of missile and attacks on the entire territory of Ukraine. Don't neglect your own safety. Protect yourself and your loved ones. I'd like to remind that on the evening of the 21st of March 2023, the enemy launched a missile attack on Odesa. They were injured among civilians, and now would like to report about their condition. 2 persons received medical assistance at the spot. There was no need to send them to hospital. 1 person was taken to City Clinical Hospital number 1 in Odesa with a diagnosis of brain concussion. The patient's condition is good. The patient was discharged home the next day. As for the medical care in the region, apart from full-time scheduled activities, there are 4 mobile buses operating in the region for routine vaccination and vaccination against COVID disease. Active measures are taken to ensure psychological rehabilitation of children using mobile diagnostic units, and the work to create fully equipped donor clusters is ongoing. I would like to bring to the attention of territorial communities that such mobile brigades can arrive at your request, and also to the settlements which are the part of your territorial communities. As for the implementation of the initiative on the safe transportation of grain and food products from the Ukrainian ports, Odesa, Chornomorsk, and Pivdeny, as part of the implementation of the agreements, 837 ships left Ukrainian ports. 25.48 million tons of agricultural products have been shipped from Ukrainian ports to the Asian, European, and African countries. These products include more than 20 million tons of corn, almost 7 million tons of wheat, more than 1 million tons of sunflower oil, 975,000 tons of barley, more than 1 million tons of rape, more than 1 million tons of meal, and 270,000 tons of sunflower. On the 23rd of March, the departure of 3 ships, 1 from Odesa, 2 from Yuzhno, is planned, carrying more than 100,000 tons of agricultural products, including corn and meal, in the direction of the ports of China, Morocco, and Italy. There is also expected arrival of 2 ships for unloading to Chornomorsk in Odesa. And it is expected that these ships will be loaded with 87,000 tons of agricultural products. Now let's get to education. There are more than 700 institutions of general secondary education in the region of various types and forms of ownership. They are open, namely 226 educational institutions with offline format of education, 290 institutions with mixed form of education, a combination of offline and online activities, and 209 institutions that operate remotely. So a number of institutions of general secondary education are or will be on spring holidays in the following periods from the 20th March to 26th of March, from the 27th of March to the 2nd of April, and from the 3rd of April until 17th of April of 2023. A number of institutions don't plan spring vacations in the mentioned periods because these vacations were combined with winter ones. As for preschool education, I know that a lot of people are interested in this topic. We have almost 900 preschool education institutions that open and work as following. 217 work in full-time format, 248 institutions work in a mixed format, and 390 institutions work remotely and continue the process of full restoration of educational activities. A memorandum of cooperation was signed on the training of security specialists in the educational environment. Safety educator or security specialist in the educational environment. This is initiative by the Ministry of Internal Affairs of Ukraine with the support of the Ministry of Development of Communities and Territories of Ukraine, the Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine, the National Police of Ukraine, and the State Emergency Service of Ukraine. The work is ongoing. There are 64 security classes in the region. As of today, there is ongoing equipping of educational institutions with protective structures and the simplest shelters. This will create conditions for the maximal restoration of the full-time traditional format of work of the secondary educational institutions. These institutions also received 96 generators in the region. As for IDPs, Odesa region continues to accept and accommodate internally displaced persons. Since 2014, 218,628 persons have been registered in the unified database of internally displaced persons. Thank you for your attention. Thank you, Mr. Bratchuk, for being here with us. That was Serhii Bratchuk, the spokesman to the head of the Odesa Oblast Military Administration. Stay tuned. We'll meet with you tomorrow at noon.